Transform your driving experience, customize, diagnose, service, and live data. Hello folks, welcome to Netcruzer. We are sitting in my 2025 Ford Maverick hybrid all-wheel drive, and I got a new tool to test out thanks to Carista. This is the Carista EVO. A few years ago I tested the original version. This is the new one. This new dongle is approximately 4 times faster than the old one because it runs on Bluetooth 5.0, as well as it supports additional vehicle protocols, so they'll be able to expand the supported vehicle range into the future. Now we're going to test this on the 2025 Ford using the Carista app, and this will be my first experience with the Carista EVO. We'll do a quick little unboxing here in the truck and try it out. I do have a Pro version of the app to test out for 3 months. Thanks to Carista, we will show you what it can do. So you get this manual, as well as this is the device itself. Now it looks big, but it's actually in a little plastic case so that when you carry it around, you don't run a risk of damaging the pins. It plugs into the OBD2 port on any vehicle. It will support the basic OBD2 functions, but mostly what I want this for is to be able to manage some of the customizations of a new vehicle, as well as check some of the live data on this hybrid because it has a high voltage battery. The existing infotainment and dash cluster, you can never get a status of your high voltage battery. So I'm kind of curious when the vehicle's running and charging, how that all works. I would like to see some live data, which this will allow me to do, as well as I want to make some customizations and see what's available. This vehicle has a fairly annoying seatbelt indicator when you first turn it on every time. Even when running with seatbelts plugged in, seatbelt screen on for quite a while before it goes away. So I want to see if there's a way to speed that process up, if I can delete that screen. I know that there's a seatbelt chime. You can go on the website for this device and look up your vehicle and see what is supported. Every vehicle will support the basic OBD2 functions, but you want to check to see will it support the enhanced ability to customize your vehicle and get live data for your vehicle. So that is what we're going to play around with. This Ford Maverick is on the official supported list of a vehicle for this device that allows you to do the customization, see the live data, and get all the functionalities of the service diagnostics using this device and the app. The app is available on iOS and Android. Primarily testing it on iOS, but I have an Android device here as well to see if there's any major differences in how the app looks and performs. So we'll get this plugged in now and try it out. All right, let's get the Carista EVO plugged in. This will be my first time actually going under here and looking for the OBD2 port on this vehicle. We got to find it. There it is, right there. So we will plug this in. It's lighting up, and then we'll get it paired to the app. So we will get this paired up. Carista, we're going to load the app and connect to the device. Select your scanner. Carista EVO. Allow to find. Allow. Connect. Carista EVO connecting. I do have my accessory power is on, and we're waiting for the device to scan the vehicle. Oh, that's neat. It already knows that my car is a Ford Maverick. Save that. And boom, we're right into the app. Here's my VIN, my current battery voltage. Transform your driving experience, customize, diagnose, service, and live data. Let's go into live data right away. I want to be able to check to see what the high voltage battery is doing. So I do have my accessory voltage on, but the ignition is not running. The engine is not running. Now this is scanning through every single module in the vehicle, and it will, I imagine, will come up with a list of all of the things that I can look at for live data once we're through this initial scan. All right, the initial live data scan is complete, so we can look at the engine, the turbo, the car battery, the exhaust system, the voltage, the HVAC live, service interval, wheel speed, and basic OBD2. So first of all, I want to look at car battery information and see. This will change if I actually start the engine, exhaust, mileage, HVAC live data. I have the HVAC off right now. So refrigerant pressure, that's kind of neat. Outside temperature 13 degrees. Service interval This vehicle has a automatic oil service reminder indicator, and it shows me at 61%. Live vehicle, wheel speed, basic OBD2. Now the ignition is off. We're going to see what the OBD2 data says. It should tell me that the vehicle is off. Yeah, calculated low 0%. Coolant temp. Long-term fuel trim. Lots of good information in the live data. I'm just going to jump out of this for a second, and I'm going to fully turn on the vehicle, press the brake and press the start button, so now we're actually fully running. So now the hybrid system is engaged. We are ready. So I'm going to go back into live data. It's going to go through the live data scan. I'm now going to check my car battery information. And you can see now the high voltage battery is charging the battery that controls the engine ECU, which is pretty neat. I move over the sport. The engine should start running in a minute. Okay, I just let my foot off the brake. I'll let the engine start. Now we'll get to see the live data of what is happening to the car battery. Engine data. It's interesting to know, since I've driven 5,178 kilometers since fault codes were erased, we have an engine speed indicator here, so I can actually see the engine RPM. That's another thing I cannot do in any of the gauges, is you cannot see the engine RPM. So it's kind of neat that I can actually now see that. And I'm just going to put this into park, and engine should turn off in a moment. And then we'll see engine speed drop down to 0. I just went into the live system, looking at exhaust system. The engine is running. Vehicle mileage information, odometer reported, all accurate. All right, now I'm backing out. I want to check to see what the customizations are. So using the Carista Pro app, I will be able to go into the customizations. It is now scanning for supported customizations of this vehicle. It's telling me customizations coming soon. Remember, this is a 2025, so I have to check to see. The Maverick was on the supported list, so we'll let this load and see what it says. All right, if for some reason your vehicle is not on the supported list, you can request to get into a beta version of the app, which will then let you become a tester and test additional functions. Now, even though this is the faster dongle, some of these screens are still taking a while to load. I'll show you just live for a couple seconds how long it takes. Usually after it gets above the 50% mark, it goes much faster. We're getting close there now. We'll see if it actually does speed up near the end. All right, well, this one, reading the ECU information, it is not speeding up. We'll just wait for it to finish. And here's all my details. It appears like it was doing a fault code scan during the ECU information, so that's a little bit of why it's took a long time, is because it's doing a fault code scan and pulling out all of this information from all of the modules. So here's all of my module information. Interesting to know that it actually is a CAN bus network, CAN network gateway. So these are all the modules that it could read in the vehicle. Telematics. There we go. And now I'm going to run a diagnostic scan, and it's automatically started that already. That one fault detected came up right before we even did anything. It's got 3 faults. We'll check it. It's probably just erroneous errors. I noticed that a lot of CAN bus vehicles do that. They will log every little single fault, no matter what, even if it's a slightly out of spec anomaly. So we'll let this go through its scan. It's got an instrument cluster fault. This is a 2025, and the app is not fully updated to support this year yet, as we saw. So we'll see if it's a false error or what it says once we get through this scan. All right, the diagnostic scan is complete, and we will go through and check the errors. Let's scan through 32 modules, and we will check the instrument cluster fault. Oh, you click it, and it invalid data received from ABS system. So that seems like it's just something it doesn't know yet. We'll see what the other fault is. Image processing, vision system, camera or obstruction detected or blocked, and digital park assist data transfer failure. So again, it's likely more, and then it Googles the issue and AI tried to help, got it wrong. So don't trust the AI answers if it's going into Google, because this new generative AI stuff, it tries, but tends to get it wrong a lot. So let's see what this one says. Again, it thinks that it's from a Super Duty when diagnostic test. Would be the internal communication error. Anyway, these errors are of no concern. I think it's mostly because it's a new 2025 model and it doesn't know exactly what the fault is. And yes, this is telling me that this is off, CAN bus communications off, because I have my HVAC system turned off, so it wasn't going to blow into the camera. That's why I did that. I'm not going to reset these codes because there's no real problem here. We've done all of the things we can really check for. Service procedures. Let's see what service procedures there are available to reset. So again, because this vehicle was so new, I do not see the ability to reset the service indicators. Also, there's no service due yet, but it does give me a fully emission compliant test, and we're good to go there. So you do have a garage. You can use this device with multiple vehicles, as I might try my Jaguar next. So if you go into the settings option, this is where you can check your account, check your status, check for additional promos that are going on, restore purchases if you bought the subscription to the app, customer service, and this is where you check for supported vehicles. So you can go in here. You can also, this is pulling it off of their website, so you can check the Carista device. Costs on sale $77 Canadian, and these are the official brands that are supported. So while I'm in a 2025, when I went to Ford and chose Maverick, use Maverick and first gen 2021 plus, but you know, it doesn't really tell me. So it shows me that I can customize. The most popular things is the ability to turn the seatbelt dings off, instrument cluster language, and setting Scandinavian daytime running lights, which would allow me to have my LED strips on the rear lit up when DRLs are on, as well as programming the tear wipe of the wipers. So here's all the things that should be possible if you have a 2021 through 2024 Ford Maverick. Now, because I'm in a 2025, this stuff is not available for me in the app yet, which is a little bit disappointing, but I just have to wait a little bit more time and hopefully it will become available to me. I'm going to contact support and see if there is a beta update available that will allow me to test some of these things. So setting lane assist sensitivity would be nice. Being able to turn off these dings and warnings to get rid of the I'm a Ford, I'm a Ford, I'm a Ford chimes whenever you turn the vehicle on and off. Here's some of the things you could do when your vehicle is supported. Also, if you followed me in the past, you will know that that I used to do a lot of stuff with Volkswagen. So we'll check Volkswagen and Golf, Volkswagen Golf. We will check, I had a Mark 7.5, and we'll just see what are the customization things you can do. What are the most popular customizations people did to a Mark 7.5? Needle sweep, seatbelt warning, how many flashes it is for when you do a comfort signal, beep when locking, unlocking, refuel, start screen options, coming home, and auto door locks when moving, intervals. All right, cool. So there's lots of customizations you can do. So if I choose Jaguar F-Pace first generation, this is another thing they're a little bit slow on, because 2016 to 2021 is first gen, 2022 to 2025 is second gen. So they're a little bit slow on rolling out this stuff, but this one only has diagnostics and service intervals, but also you can do the live data. So no customizations for Jaguar. I've not found any device that allows me to customize my Jaguar yet. It only lets me do the live data and the diagnosing, so that's fine. Yeah, let's try out the Android app now. All right, this is my Android device, a Samsung S20 FE. We will install the app. Now, when you install it without the login for your Pro account, I believe I will only be able to do basic OBD2 diagnostics. We will see if I can get in there to actually try that before I log into my Pro account, and I will show you the limitations of when you don't pay for the Pro subscription, what you can do. And then once you do pay for a Pro subscription, which is available in 1 month, 3 month, or 1 year intervals, what additional features you can do. So download the app, we'll get it installed, and we'll test it out on Android. All right, let's open the app on Android and see what happens. Power up Carista with EVO Scanner. So this is just a selling me on the new. I already have it. I'm just going to say continue with app. And this is where I have to log in. And I'm going to log in with my email, and I think it's going to know based on that. So you do have to log in. I think it's going to tell me as soon as I log in that I have a Pro subscription, so I may not be able to show you what it is like without it. Okay, I've logged into the app and it came up with the privacy settings. This also happened the first time I logged in iOS. You can just accept all, but I always like to go through my privacy settings and turn off anything that's not needed. Facebook ads and Google Analytics and them taking all of your metrics. We are going to connect to the device. Would you like to be able to switch to other apps while Carista is communicating with the vehicle? We need to show you a notification. Okay. Allow, okay, allow, okay, and it's going to ask me what device do I want to use. Now you can use their app with a third-party device, as you see here, but we're going to use the official Carista EVO. Connecting. All right, and we have paired to the Carista EVO now on Android. To me, the app looks exactly the same. But I'm just kind of curious if sometimes Android gets some features before iOS. So I'm going to go into the customization menu. We'll let it go through customization scan and see if it lets me customize any additional information using the Android app. Same thing. So feature parity is there between iOS and Android, so we don't have to worry about that. On a lot of other devices that I've tested, the Android app can do more or less than the iOS app. So it's useful to know that they're on feature parity. All right, quickly, let's try the Jaguar F-Pace SVR with the Carista EVO. We have plugged in the Carista EVO to the Jaguar F-Pace. We will have to check the Carista app. We will get it paired. Connecting to the Jaguar. Now, it doesn't automatically know what this one is, so it wants a name for it, so we will give it a name. The other one, it knew it was a Ford Maverick. This one, it doesn't know what it is, so we will give it a name. We've got a VIN number. We're going to see if we can customize anything with it. I do not think we will be able to, but I just want to check it anyway. Customizations are unavailable for the Jaguar F-Pace SVR, but I will be able to see live data on this vehicle, so we'll just do a quick little scan through and see what it has to say for live data. Should be able to get my battery status and all that good stuff. The ignition is on right now, but the engine is off. All right, I've started the engine, and I just want to get some engine data. We'll see what it says. So yeah, we've got time since engine start, 27 seconds, engine temp. It's giving me a full readout of all the engine diagnostics. So if you want to be able to see everything, catalyst exhaust temperatures of the battery, as seen by ECU, this is good because engine is running, so we're getting a full battery charge on the AGM battery. VAC live data lets me do. So refrigerant pressure, outside temperature, checked with vehicle mileage information. This would let you do a OBD tamper reading, set you a kilometer reading off of the ECU instead of off of the gauge cluster to make sure it's accurate, so that's a good thing to have. And we will go back, and I just want to check the diagnostic codes. We'll do a diagnostic scan on the Jaguar F-Pace SVR and see what it comes up with. All right, the good news is with the Carista EVO, I was able to get a full diagnostic scan on the Jaguar F-Pace SVR. 37 ECU scans, 13 faults. Now, I'll be able to zoom in on some of the issues, but I'm very happy that I didn't have to pick a diagnostic protocol. It just paired and worked, and so we'll see what some of these 13 fault detects are. Yes, failed to check instrument cluster fault 1. We'll see what the instrument cluster is. Control module missing message. Okay. Central electronics fault, rear wheel park position, incorrect. All right. So lets me reset the rear window park position sensor, parking sensors, restraints, the radio, so front left pressure sensor, no signal, rear right pressure sensor transmitter, no signal, CAN gateway, vehicle communication bus, missing, so heaters and faults, front windshield misting sensor, okay, remote function actuator, rear left hatch. Might just do a Alright, we're going to do a reset all faults on the Jaguar F-Pace SVR and see what happens. Reset all. Do you want to reset all fault codes? We're just going to do it. Because every other device I've ever had had issues with actually reading the faults and checking them. So we will see if I do a full scan here, a full reset, and then a full scan again. We'll see if it picks them up again. So now we'll go back and we'll go diagnose and we'll scan them through and see if the faults come back or not. Engine is running, engine is idling, and if these faults don't come back except for that one that it was an ABS read error, we are golden. And this will actually be the best personal diagnostic scan and device that I've used on the Jaguar F-Pace SVR yet. And this is looking good. It's already gone through the 37 ECUs, 0 faults, except for the ABS failed to check. So CAN bus clear on the Jaguar F-Pace SVR. That's useful to be able to actually scan and clear the codes. So scan through the 37 modules, 0 faults detected. This is looking good. This is great news for Jaguar owners. You can actually scan your modules and clear them using the Carista EVO app. Alright, here's my detailed ECU information of all the modules. Now this is after I cleared the faults. So it gives me all of the module software information. If you ever need to find out any of this information, it is able to read it, which is pretty cool. Yeah, pretty awesome that it can read all that. Alright, so I think that's going to wrap up my first test with the Carista EVO. I might have to wait a couple months and we'll revisit and we'll get some of the customizations done. Alright guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you're new here, subscribe. If you want to talk to me, leave a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching. And again, thank you for Carista for sending me this product to review and check out.